The secret is how she does this. Oh, okay. What's the secret?
Love.
Welcome to paradise, where everything feels good, looks good, and tastes better.
Yes, baby. Yeah.
Traveling around the world by sailboat gives you a chance to encounter some of the planet's most remote places, people, and cultures. And one of the best examples are the San Blas Islands in Panama. The last few days, the crew's been enjoying themselves in this absolute paradise where sailing, spearfishing, drinking coconuts, and learning from the locals becomes the daily base of life. Sharing this journey with people that I meet along the way is my fuel, the reason why I'm doing it.
Yoo-hoo! Sailing! First time.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. I'm so glad it's with me.
So stay tuned. The adventure just began.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how you call fish. This is the reason that you buy a boat and spend hundreds of thousands of dollars and bang your head against the wall for months at a time. And then you get like 1 week in San Blas and you're like, yeah, it was worth it because you're stupid and you can't remember.
Hello everyone, this is Nerea speaking. I'm gonna be the new editor for James. I've been working for him for a few weeks now and I'm pretty stoked. It's a great opportunity for me. Some of you may know me. I've been working in sailing for Expedition Trench for the last 2 years, sailing around the Pacific. We made it to Australia, but a few months ago something happened and I was there with my partner, so we decided to take a long break and be back on land, rent a house, chill out with some friends, go surfing every day, hiking, trying to get a little bit of a routine. So I contacted James. I knew that he needed an editor and he said yes. So I'm really happy about it. So I hope you like my videos. I hope you like my little touch that I will bring to the channel. And yeah, pretty much it. I'm in Western Australia right now. I'm filming from a really beautiful beach, Preston Bay, I think it's called. And the next few weeks I'm gonna be in a little road trip around Western Australia from Perth to Adelaide. And yeah, I will be working on the road and just having fun. This was like my ideal job ever. And if you have any questions or anything, leave it on the comments. Nice to meet you all. I hope to see you soon again. Yeah, that was it.
She's a cutie, huh? So she mentioned something happened to her.
But a few months ago, something happened.
So what happened was the craziest story. She's sailing on another boat, captain makes a bad call, ends up going into the wrong entrance, and there's 15-foot breaking waves. Boat flips over. By the time Nerea and Jordan get their bearings and get outside, the captain's not even on the boat anymore. Him and his daughter are in the water. There's another breaking wave breaking over them right then. They duck down, they take another ride, the boat's sinking. All they had time to do is grab a couple life jackets and the EPIRB, set it off and get off the boat before it took them with it to the bottom of the ocean. Cap that off with 2 hours sitting in shark-infested waters with the breaking waves. She said she was having to like dive under the waves that were breaking over. That's crazy. The whole story is on a GoFundMe campaign that's been set up by one of Nerea's friends. The link is in the description if you guys would like to help her and Jordan out. They're content creators, they need to buy new laptops and cameras and stuff because all that stuff is at the bottom of the ocean. So please leave a comment below for Nerea and welcome her to the crew. Tell her how good her videos have been. And speaking of that, let's go watch one right now. Wheel is broken in here and that one's the one that gets all the strain, so I'm just gonna switch the two wheels. This one's kind of f***ed up too, but so you see this wheel is totally busted in here. This is supposed to be round. Okay, so I'm gonna this is the wheel. That's just sucks. It'll just cut right through that line. So I'm just gonna have this going right against the metal here. It'll be better than nothing. It'll be more friction, but it'll be better than the wheel cutting it. And this wheel looks okay. So that's that. Comes up here, goes through this block, and then goes to this track. So what I need you guys to do is move the track all the way back. So it's got a little retaining clip right here. There you go. So this line, this white line, if you follow it up, it goes all the way to the furler on the sail. As you let the sail out, this one curls up inside there so we can pull and
Okay.
roll it back up. You're gonna put just a little bit of tension on this line as she pulls that other one out. This is the captain's job.
You sailing. First time.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. I'm so glad it's with me.
It is.
So I am going to splice this line. So this is going to be a continuous loop.
Continuous furling lines are generally used for code zero and asymmetrical spinnaker furlers. They're a closed loop of line created by splicing two ends of a single line together, using what's called an end-to-end or endless splice. You can find tutorials on YouTube, and it's always useful to know how to make them yourself. They're pretty easy to make.
That's magic.
The spot that it actually
Yeah.
is two lines is just as thick and as strong now.
Oh.
Because now we have the core, or the cover and the cover instead of the cover and the core. Cool.
Caught behind Venetian blinds, out of reach for the city lights. This ain't where I belong. Hey, look at me, man, what I've become. I've been running east, looking for a sunset, digging deep since '99.
Okay, keep going. Ah! Hate you.
Hello.
Stop. Okay, we got it. It's the whole sail. It looks good. There's no wind, but at least we got the mainsail out. What a pain in the ass, yeah? Normally I don't have to use that. That's what this endless loop is for. I can do it from the cockpit. Okay, so we got all the sails up. They look good. The main's a little wrinkly, but not a big deal. It's been stuck like that since Panama, since the ride over to Panama, so a couple weeks. So we got it out, we got it good, we got all the sails up, and there's no wind. So we're gonna put them all away, we're gonna motor over to the Hollandaise Keys, and we're gonna go spearfishing, because I need some fish for dinner. I need to get in the water.
Yep.
Backflip,
No.
swan dive.
What is a swan dive?
That's face first.
Yep.
All I know, I got lost along the way, fell between the fold, pulling stitches, trying to let go. So come on,
So girls, do you know how to call the fish? Okay, the way that you call fish is you have to speak their language, okay? So I'm gonna teach you how to call them.
Okay.
You ready?
It's blub, 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 blub.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Right.
Let's hear it, Anna. She's good. That sounds just like a fish. I think I see them coming.
Ah, nice.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is how you call fish.
caught behind Venetian blinds, out of reach for the city lights. This ain't where I belong.
This is called the swimming pool because it's like a swimming pool here, and it's warm too. What do you guys think?
What?
Don't care.
Sorry.
I don't care.
We're already preparing for filming.
Oh yeah, you're gonna do your adventure now?
Yep.
Do you have a way to get your phones to the beach?
No, I would love that.
I have a dry bag you can drag. Yeah.
Oh, that would be awesome.
You can just drag it behind you.
Yeah. Perfect.
No problem. And then go for an adventure. Bring back some coconuts.
Yeah.
I'm hungry first. I want to eat food. Let's see what the girls are doing down here. Our cook for the day, Captain.
Plátano,
Oh my God, what's going on here?
papas, maíz
There's some shit happening here. Oh.
y ensalada. Pero ahí voy a hacer la ensalada.
Some of these. Mine.
Y aguacate.
Cool. Oh, they're not even washed. There's like crap all over them. I don't care. Hungry. Okay, this is what we have. Frijoles, vegetables, un poco de ensalada. Wow, this is nice. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
All right, you guys, we're in San Blas finally. Today's our real first day in San Blas. Yesterday didn't count. Okay, we're gonna do some spearfishing now. Underwater footage. Ready, set, go!
Oh, it looks so close when I close my eyes. So I burn the map, I ignore the signs, but feeling far away. 2 years in a couple of days. I just wave my hand to the world outside like it's all okay. I can't believe what my eyes have seen. I just woke up from a broken dream. Who can stop my hands from shaking? I need you to take them, and I don't wanna wait all night. I'm coming alive in my senses. I'm a little demented.
I was hunting that one, and I missed him. That was a great fish too. Shit.
So this is Venancio, and look at all these molas he has. These are beautiful, man. Wow. Oh, these are really pretty. Amazing. Cool. So these ones are made for like to make a pillow, right?
Yeah, for pillow, everything. I live in 2 hours, and my island is more market to Mola Maker Island. It's small island, very traditional. Yesterday, in the 10 mar people, and about for me 2 boats. Yesterday, he buy many. He like it more expensive one. You know, like more cheap. He buy many.
Oh, that's really pretty.
Wow. Yeah.
This the flower.
Yes, that's nice. It's very nice.
And you can see in the back.
Yeah, wow. A lot of work.
Yeah.
Mucho trabajo.
See, people like for present your family.
Yes.
Or your mother.
Yeah.
What an art that is mola making. Nowadays in Kuna Indian, mola means blouse, but it originally meant bird plumage. That evolved into elaborate, embroidered panels that make up the front and back of a Kuna woman's traditional blouse. But molas have their origin in body painting. The women used to paint their bodies with geometric designs using available natural colors. Only after the colonization by the Spanish and the contract with missionaries did the Kuna Indians start transferring their traditional geometric designs onto fabric. First by painting directly on the fabric, and later by using a technique called reverse applique. This is ornamental needlework in which pieces or patches of fabric in different shapes and patterns are sewn or stuck onto a larger piece to form a picture or pattern. The art pieces that you see in this video are molas made for cushions, wall decorations, or even pillows. They do so because they don't want tourists to wear the traditional clothing. One cool fact is there's only 5 master mola makers in the world, Venancio being one of them. And all of them are either women or omigids, which is the Kuna word for transsexual and means like a woman.
My island name, Mormaketupu Mola Maker Island. This Kuna people speaking Kuna language. No Spanish, no German, no Italian, no French, never. Me, is my word. 37 years ago, I listen different countries, China, Japanese, American, Philippines, Brazil, every country I listen. I speak in many languages.
Wow.
How do you say hello in Kuna?
Nuedi.
Nuedi. So what do you think of San Blas so far?
Beautiful, it's paradise. Yeah.
Absolutely dream.
Una casita, un ranchito. Perfecto.
Una hamaca.
Una hamaca, no necesito más.
I like your arepas, they're good. I tried to make them myself, I kind of f***ed it up. The secret is how she does this. Oh, okay. What's the secret?
Love.
This is the reason that you buy a boat and spend hundreds of thousands of dollars and, you know, bang your head against the wall for months at a time. And then you get like 1 week in San Blas and you're like, yeah, it was worth it because you're stupid and you can't remember. The plan today is to wake up from here. We're anchored on a very small island that doesn't even really have an anchorage, but it's got tons of sand and it's about 40 feet deep, so it's fairly deep. I had to get out from the shore a little bit, so 1, the mosquitoes wouldn't kill us, and 2, we wouldn't swing into the beach. And I scoped it out, and it worked really well, and the fishing here is awesome! I don't even really want to tell you guys where this is, because this is like the best spot for spearfishing that I've seen yet. But, if you can figure it out, that's where we're at. So, we're gonna get up. I want to go fishing one more time here because it's awesome. And then, did I mention the fishing's awesome? And then I want to go to, what are you laughing at?
Sorry.
And then I want to go to Eime. Yeah, sounds like a good day.
Life is a winding road, no telling where it goes. Driving through days and nights, won't stop for traffic lights. And I really wanna know if I will ever figure out where the road goes. Even if I'm falling down.
So what we have here is mangrove snapper or schoolmaster. The rest of the filefish that you already destroyed. Amberjack and mackerel. The mackerel's raw. That one was alive this morning, and there's a really good raw. What do you guys think?
Good.
Wow, amazing.
Heaven.
All right,
Yeah.
bon provecho. We have something special for you. This is a Cuba Libre in Cuba, or a Coco Loco everywhere else, and it's real coconut water and a little bit of rum. Abuelo, which means grandfather, so you know it's good. Cheers.
Cheers! It's good.
You guys like your abuelo?
Perfect.
Me gusta el abuelo.
Me gusta.
It was a good day, and we did a lot of diving, fishing, sailing, now drinking. What is this? I got a screw in my foot. It was a good day, so peace out, see you tomorrow. We're gonna go see what this place has to offer. Apparently there's a restaurant here, that'd be pretty cool to see. Hopefully it's not closed due to COVID. Okay, ready? For another adventure, a new island to explore?
Yes. Let's go.
Cheers Okay, we made it to Eime. This is the closest island to the mainland and the most popular for backpackers. There's like 11 boats here, but it's pretty and there's a big wreck that we're gonna go to. Now I have to warn you guys, this last time I did this, half of us turned back because it's really dangerous. The coral is very sharp and it's very far walking through coral-ridden water.
Okay.
If you still want to do it.
Yeah, adventure time.
Okay, cool. So we are gonna go to that wreck right there. It's right behind the trees. I don't want to do this, actually. It's far and it sucks. But once you're there, it's pretty cool and you can climb all over that thing. So let's go check it out. Yeah.
What you're looking at here is the destroyed dreams of the San Blas ferry. It used to run trips between San Blas and Colombia every single day. Now it's sitting in about 7 or 8 feet of water in the beautiful outer reef of Eime Island. The story goes, a Canadian businessman bought the San Blas ferry a few years ago, and one lucky day he was sailing his own catamaran around the island and ran aground on the outer reef. He decided to use the ferry to try to pull the catamaran off the reef, but sadly, his engine failed, and it ended up grounding as well. And, well, I think you can guess the end. Now this wreck is part of a tourist attraction, but at what cost? It's a shame that this pile of garbage is sitting down on a pristine reef, even if it does make a great little exploring adventure. Next time is the video that a lot of you have been waiting for. Fishing, sailing, and hanging out on the beach with Plucky from Sailing into Freedom.
It's sharing oxytocin when you share food together.